Let's go! That's about all you're fucking getting out of me this week, boys. That's all I got. 0-4 to start this fucking season. The ride home today from work, I was like, I got the fucking podcast to fucking do tonight. I'm gonna have to fucking listen to goddamn Justin. God damn it! Fucking, no more intros till I get a fucking win. That's all I gotta say.
Ooh, I don't know. Because then I have to do another intro. God.
Right?
Or we can make Craig do it, I guess. Me and Craig can do like a duet.
A duet. I love it.
Until then.
Got
yeah.
Some sad boys.
I'm for hire, just saying.
Okay.
Fuck you, Justin. Goddamn.
Oh, I'm a guest.
I know you're a guest. You come here flaunting that belt. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That's
anyway,
coming in strong.
Lonely at night.
It is. Now he's flexing and he deserves it. He earned that championship last year. That's the last nice thing I'm going to say about him. All right. Anyways, let's recap last week a little bit. So, B-Man, what happened to you last week? Why are you so salty?
I can't put up over 80 points, apparently. Maybe that's why.
Fair. But we'll get to this later. You tried to rectify that this week.
Yeah. Well, so, I was looking at Craig's team. Craig's team did essentially the same thing as mine, where, 5 people had single-digit points. But then he had bangers. I have no bangers.
You just had to bring that up, didn't you?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I think you got my team confused with Josh's, because Josh's team had a couple bangers, but they were really low points elsewhere.
Somewhat.
No,
yes.
you too, dude. You had fucking Addison who got 0. You had your kicker get 1 point.
Yeah.
Someone else, I think your defense got you 6. So between 3 or 4 people, you had less than 10 points.
Yeah,
and then
thank you.
Andrews
and then
went
you
off, Lamar went off, Stephon
right. You still put up 160 on me.
Went
ridiculous.
off. That is average, boys. I haven't even gone off yet. Wait till I go off, and I will put up 100. Oh, he went off and scored 150. That's par.
Good.
That is par. What are
That
you
is
talking
not
about?
par.
That's
Okay. That's par.
Whatever, dude. 1 and 3. What are you talking about?
Hey, it doesn't matter right now. All that matters is if I make the playoffs, and then anything can happen, buddy. Anything can happen.
It's very true.
What about you, Justin? You your first L of the season.
It was alright, man. I was pretty upset Sunday. I was pretty upset Monday. Didn't watch the game. I was secretly hoping that DK Metcalf wouldn't do shit, and of course he scored a touchdown off. But I just wasn't feeling it. I was feeling it all season long, but going into the week, I had that weird, just gloomy feeling. So I think that was a part of it. But I learned this: you're never out of it in fantasy until it's over. I lost by 20 points, something like that. But
yeah,
I'm feeling good. I'm 3-1. I'm putting up points. It was an off week. I'm good.
Yep. I know. I thought legit shot going into Sunday, and of course, fucking Zach Wilson turned into Aaron Rodgers, and that's when I knew it was over. I was like, yeah, maybe Waller could have went off for 30, but the chances of that was less than 1%. So I was like, that's when so the Monday night game was kind of the same for me. I was like, and especially once 3 quarters in, Waller had 1 target. I was like, cool, awesome, tight ends. Love them. But Justin, speaking of that, I know you kind of talked about it. Let's you made a trade with Shane for Debo.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of let you. I had a question about that. Why did you do it? Because I felt like DK was a more solid, a more steady option in your flex. Where I feel like Debo, yeah, he could boom and get you 30, but then he has weeks last week. And I know that was partly due to his injury, but
yeah, I guess forward thinking comes to mind. I don't mind the early start of the year. I know that both DK and Debo both get injured, which is I'm willing to play, but I couldn't get over the fact above everything that having someone like Debo Samuel who could go off and get me 25, 30, 35 in a week in my flex was a game changer. So I'm thinking like late in the season when San Fran will be playing meaningful games in good weather, which I'm big on those things. It was just too appealing, and I didn't have any value in Tua. Like people wanted
Right.
Tua maybe, but no one trades
Mhm.
in this league. You guys know how hard it is to actually execute a trade.
Well, especially
So
QBs.
hard. Oh my god.
So I'm trying to do it early. So like I get that he's a decent quarterback, but like you see what he does. He goes big, he goes small, he goes big. Whatever he does doesn't matter because I got Mahomes. Through thick or through thin, I'm staying with Mahomes. So no
Yeah.
value in Tua, so I could drop him. And same thing with Goddard.
Go
I
Dale.
got shit for Goddard. But like he's
Yeah.
a fucking tight end. And respectfully, he's not worth the fucking draft pick this year.
Right.
I should have put him on the fucking waiver wire. He's not doing shit like any other one of them. So
Yeah.
again, I just don't care. It's like to me, it was DK or Debo. I'm thinking long term, and I just liked Debo in my opinion in a more
Right. No,
bigger,
that's fine.
power offense. And that was that. Plus two, I feel like I did us a service. Now Shane's stacking multiple players on multiple teams. Like I'm thinking about
Pulling the
playing Shane in
Dan.
the playoffs. Like Shane in the playoffs, Seattle, that weather. You guys know how it is out there.
Mhm.
I've had DK before. I know how this goes. So
Well, it don't
I
matter
felt
who
good
you
about
give Shane in the playoffs. He's gonna bounce in the first round anyway. So I mean, he could have the most stacked team ever, and he's gonna bounce in the first round.
Always.
Yeah, but I was happy with it. Overall. I was happy with
Mhm.
the trade. I'm not happy with his first performance, but he's hurt. Like he got
Right.
0 targets. So
Yeah, and that's the one. Like that's the reason I kind of asked that though, is because like DK, we thought that was going to be more like we thought JSN was going to be more involved in that offense, but he hasn't been. It's still been DK and Lockett mainly, where Debo has more competition with Kittle every once in a while. You know, McCaffrey's obviously like the guy who's always going to perform, and then it looks like Ayuk's going to be a guy that always performs too. Like, so you're kind like to me, you're kind of hope like between Kittle and Debo, but it's looking through the first 3 weeks or 4 weeks that Kittle's the odd man out. He hasn't had or maybe he had one good game, but I think that's when someone was injured or something. So I get where you're coming from though.
San Fran rides the hot hand. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like Kittle will have huge weeks. Ayuk will have huge weeks. McCaffrey will have huge weeks. Like it just happened. So
Right. Well, and the difference
here it's good for me.
right, and the difference is that offense in general is always going to ball.
Yeah.
Toward the opportunity is a lot more than
Correct.
in other offenses and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
that's
for
where
sure.
I had no problem with what you did.
And
I was just
to me,
curious.
CMC's like he's MVP this year potentially. So
Dude,
Yeah.
he's a game changer.
yeah.
Dude, they're undefeated in the regular season with him.
And they're all injury prone, right? So you have like 4 elite players on a great offense. One goes
Right.
down, target share goes up. One goes down, target share goes up.
Yep.
I love it, dude. It was a
Yeah.
good trade.
That's it.
It was a
And
good play.
they don't need like 15 targets to ball out.
Right.
They can have like maybe 8 to 10 touches and they can ball out every single one of them, you know.
And Godaire's looking like a waiver wire tight end. So that was
Waiver
very
Waiver
good.
wire trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Tua do? 12, 13 points? Like I don't want to hear it. Like
No, that was a good trade.
But it wasn't.
This is how-
it was a fine trade.
Yeah. No, you like you said, you had no use for Tua, and tight end is what tight end is right now. So
Dude, I was so over Goddard and stacking 2 Eagles that way. I just didn't like it.
yeah. Well, you weren't the only trade. Bren, you've been hot in the trade market this week, man. Let's talk about
play
your
the field.
Gotta play the field.
Let's talk about your first one real quick with Shane. You received Christian Kirk and he got Josh Palmer. Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your thought process in that one?
It was just simply try and find some more consistent value. Trying to get someone in that wide receiver room of mine to put up that 15 points every week. You know, that wide receiver too. Kirk is so far held that status. I don't know if that's gonna continue, but Palmer was he's a waiver wire pickup flyer for me as well. I didn't know between him and Quentin Johnson who was gonna take off with Williams being down, so I took the I know it's a loaded team over there in Jacksonville, but I took that option over Palmer.
Right. And what's helping Kirk right now is Zay Jones has been out, so we'll see when Zay comes back. If they
Right.
keep using Kirk, we'll
Right. So
see.
that's where I don't know if it's going to continue, but I felt like Palmer was someone that I could move at that time.
Yeah. I feel like he's kind of a discount. Kirk is a discount Debo a little bit.
Okay.
Because they're somewhat similar offenses. Jacksonville isn't as potent, obviously. But kind of the same thing. If someone gets injured, he's gonna ball, as witnessed there, recently and stuff. But even if everyone's healthy, he still has a shot. Just maybe not as big of one to, be the one that week and stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
they're balanced too. Their attack is balanced as well at Jacksonville. Like Trevor Lawrence does not discriminate. He's throwing it to whoever's open. He's running the game scheme. It's tough to kind of pick a guy in that offense. So,
well, when you have that many options, when you have that many options, the first week they balled out with Ridley,
Yep.
and then everyone started focusing on Ridley. So he's like, all right, I'll go to Kirk.
Yep.
Craig, you got anything to say on that trade?
I like Kirk, but I don't like Palmer. I think you get the little upgrade there. I mean,
yeah, that's how I looked at it for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw what Shane saw in the value. Like he's taking a chance on it being hot. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you throw Kirk in your flex any day of the week, and you'll feel like that could potentially pay off. So I liked it.
And speaking of that, did that make you more willing to trade Olave to your boy here, to our trade?
Yeah, the Olave thing, there's a few reasons why I moved off of him. Number one is their quarterback situation. And then number two was Kamara came back and what was it, 15 targets?
14 and 13 catches, yeah.
Yeah, so insane. And then it's like that clearly hurt Olave. Olave didn't see the ball as much, so that was part of the reason why I moved off of him. And then the other thing was just I need to do something. I got to try something different.
Yeah.
And he seemed to be one of the few guys that people were interested in. Like I talked to Craig a little bit, and he was like, fuck that guy, but Olave? I was like, maybe we'll see.
Right, yeah, you knew I was interested from the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I liked Kyron Williams' volume a lot more than I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Achane.
A-Chan.
No, it's A-Chan now. Yep, A-Chan.
Okay,
he said he wants to be called A-Chan.
A-Chan. My dog A-Chan. I really wanted him. Craig wouldn't give him to me for cheap, so fuck
Dude,
Craig.
Olave straight up, bro. You should have done that all day.
I wouldn't. I don't know. That one would have been tough for me because you're playing with upside with A-Chan.
Yeah.
I mean, the first 2 weeks, Mostert balled. So it was like, is it going to be continued where it's going to be both of them, or is A-Chan actually taking over?
Well, he was a rookie. They were working him into snaps and increasing his snaps every week. So, I mean, he does come with a risk. You are correct. Mm-hmm. There's a huge upside, and also there's a downside that's also possible. So
right, and that's the thing that had to be weighed there. Was
he's kind of like Puka. He's like a running back Puka.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, because so if anyone doesn't know, I traded Kyron Williams and Christian Watson to Bren for Chris Olave and Aaron Jones. And my thought process was, because I kind of disagree with you on the Olave thing, because I think what affected Olave more is he's the deep threat. And for I have no idea why they let Derek Carr start that game. And he could not throw the ball at all downfield. So that's why Alvin Kamara had freaking 13 targets, which worked out for me this week.
Yeah.
Even though I lost, but he balled out because of that. So I actually think that Kamara is going to affect more Michael Thomas in the future, because he's more of that short area guy right now. Michael Thomas is. So that's where I think both of them can succeed, as long as either they have a healthy Jameis in there, because Jameis was Olave's quarterback last year when he balled out. So I'm not afraid if that happens. And then if Carr is healthy, that's the key. Carr is healthy, I think he'll ball out even more. I mean, the first 3 weeks, you saw what he
was doing. Yeah,
19, 14, and 18, and that was with no touchdowns.
Right.
So I'm playing. He's my high upside wide receiver too.
Yeah.
And then, right now I have 3 top 16 running backs that I'm playing, so that's covering my flex. And if T. Higgins comes back and that offense comes back to life, I have another option at wide receiver. But if Higgins doesn't come back, in my eyes, Olave's that replacement. So. And then I asked for Aaron Jones just to get a little more value. I felt like I was giving away a little too much with Watson and Williams. So, and I didn't know if Bren wanted that Green Bay stack either.
Yeah, no, I knew with giving up Olave that I was putting myself in a deficit in wide receiver. So it was like, and I'm just not a fan of the Ravens offense for the wide receivers.
Fair.
Like I like, the Ravens in general. They're a great team, but
right.
So like when you offered Watson, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm cool with not stacking 2 Green Bay guys. I'll give you Jones. Let's make it happen.
And I disagree with Craig too. Like trading's easy if you have the right people. Like I feel like mine and Bren's back and forth were very easy. Easy. This was a very easy trade to make. Like he made it clear what he wanted.
When a trade is even, it's very good to see for sure. Like.
Well, right, and I guess that's what
the trade services both people, and it's pretty good. It depends on who you like. It's more of a vibe check with these players. So
yeah,
right. And I feel like he got the better running back, obviously, with Williams over Jones, especially right now, and I got the better receiver in my eyes.
Yeah.
But Justin, do you have anything to say on this?
Of course, I feel like Bren won the trade. Aaron Jones has been up in the air, but with his injuries and that new off. It's up and down with AJ Dillon. I just don't love him. So if Kieran Williams stays what he's doing, Brent dominates this trade. I see Olave and Watson is pretty much equal right now. I still think that Jordan Love is figuring things out in Green Bay. And Watson is that guy. He's just been hurt and working his way back from injury. So it's a good trade. If Kieran Williams stays healthy and keeps being a top 8 fucking back.
Yeah, that'll be big.
Olave right now is like wide receiver 28, something like that. So he's not really. Right. It's a low end RB2 by our definition of it. So it's
right. Well, and I guess
if they get a quarterback, he's a game changer. But I just.
Well, and I guess too, like the point would be that like if I get what you're saying about Watson, but the same could be true with Jones as well. Is if Love's getting better, that offense is going to be getting better, which means Jones is probably going to get more. So I'm not saying he's going to be a top 5 back. Like that's not what I'm saying. And I do agree that Bren got, if we were grading this, he got more out of this trade than I did. But I don't think it's like he trade raped me or anything either. Because if Olave and that offense is healthy, Olave is going to be at least a wide receiver 2, could even possibly be a wide receiver 1. So if I then have CeeDee Lamb and Olave, and they're both, top 15 receivers, I didn't need that running back because I have, 3 other running backs that are very good.
I would say I agree that Bren won the trade only because I think it's an even trade, but only because I do not like Aaron Jones as well. So
yeah, which is fair. Yeah,
but I do think Olave is the better receiver for sure between him and Watson. Mm-hmm. And you just lost T. Higgins for a bit, which hurts. So,
right, exactly. And that made this easier to give up a little more.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be interesting stacking Kamara and Olave. I didn't think about that. That's interesting.
I thought about it, but I like both. Kamara's my boy, so I'm a ride or die with him. And then I've been, as you guys all know, at least pod boys know, I've been on Olave all fucking off season. Well, maybe not. You didn't know off season, but at least after the draft, when we knew Brad was keeping on that, him and Garrett Wilson were like my most popular, like either 2-3 or 1-2 picks, depending where I was picking at. Like it was them two all off season. So like I said, I'm happy with it. I was willing to give up a little more, and that's how trades have to work. If you really want someone, sometimes you might have to give up a little more, but just gotta be willing to work and talk, right. That. I was hey.
I obviously wanted to fleece you. Like I wanted Olave for just Watson and fucking Williams. So
yeah,
when you were like, "Well, we gotta adjust this," I was like, "Shit," but
Oh,
I
you want to
understood.
hear something?
So
You want to hear something funny?
yeah,
If you would have said no to Aaron Jones, I would have done the trade anyways.
I thought so, and that's why it took me a while.
Crazy.
It took me a while to like send it.
Bro.
But I also didn't want Jones and Watson to decide
Right.
which Green Bay guy to just start. That'd be tough.
Right. And that was, I didn't really want Jones honestly, but I was like, this would be the most willing person to like even out the trade a little bit.
Yeah.
And like I said, if push comes to shove, I can, if both, a couple of my RBs get injured, I can throw them in and hope for something good or whatever. But it was mainly Olave was the one I was trying to get. So, but yeah, no, that was awesome though that we had, Justin trade last week. You trade twice this week. Like, let's hope maybe we can keep it going with some other teams though. But, all right, I think we're doing good on time. We'll do this little, I don't know. I don't want to call it a game, but I want to, it's called, perfect my lineup. All right. So what we're going to do is I want you guys, and we're all going to do this. So we'll start with Justin. Looking at your lineup, Justin, what do you think you need an upgrade at most? What is it? Is it quarterback? I mean, obviously it's not quarterback, but like running back 1, running back 2, wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, like tight end.
No one's allowed to say tight end. There's only
let's do that because everyone needs tight end. Yeah, so no tight end.
Yeah,
But
right.
I mean,
if you want,
oh, you got Kyle Pitts.
I will acknowledge that I've been fortunate enough this season to be riding this Raheem Mostert train. It wasn't foreseen, and I'm not completely convinced he's going to be a top 10 back all season. So I would love to put ETN as like a high end RB2, and I don't have like a true running back.
Okay, so RB1 is what you're saying.
Yeah, like Mahomes. I know he's up to a slowish start, but he's Mahomes. I'm keeping him, and I do love my receiver combo with AJ Brown and Devontae. I think that's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Deebo Samuel in a flex is also an advantage because he's typically at a minimum wide receiver 2 in any lineup.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to count kicker. Fuck kickers. Not counting tight end. And I'm streaming defenses. So
I think you should get a better defense. I'll trade you a defense.
All right. So here's the yeah. I mean, I'll trade you then. That's fine for ETN or something,
For ETN or something. It's not like your running backs are any good.
But no, so here's like the other part of it. All right, so who would your person, like if you could put anyone there, who would you put?
McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Okay, but I know that's an easy one, but all right, so who would you offer for McCaffrey?
So it's tough because it's not just player value, but it's like the other team's needs too. So if we're not counting our team's needs, like I don't know. It depends on how they. I mean, I would do ETN, and I don't have anything for McCaffrey offer. So
ETN and AJ Brown. ETN and AJ Brown. The Phillies.
I
wouldn't do that. But like, I'd have to be like Mahomes, and then I'd have to like recoup something on the back end that make me feel okay about it. Like,
okay, so hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not realistic, I guess. It's not realistic.
Yeah, let me get
It's a game.
It's a game, yeah. Just offer something, and then we're gonna see if we would accept it.
And then we're gonna send it. Oh.
What if you have to send the package? No, I can't do that.
Right, yeah, you have to
look. What kind of package you want? What do you want? Express delivery? Overnight?
You could give Funk to your both. You could give him Mostert and ETN because you're taking McCaffrey and he's got no running backs because Pierce is spent. So you could give him those two, and then you just got to pick a really juicy peach. And Patty Mahomes. Oh, he has Trevor. Give up AJ Brown. You give McCaffrey. Best in the game.
No,
No. If he gave up both his running backs and then maybe throw Debo in there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I would offer
make more sense.
Debo, at least ETN, and then maybe Mostert, or maybe
I would do that.
Maybe someone else. But would he? Do you guys think Funk would do that though?
No one's gonna give up.
Try my best player from my cold dead hands. That's all I gotta say.
Well, the point of this is
it's worth a shot, 100%.
Let's say Justin had said his biggest need was flex. The point of this game would be like, all right, who would you trade for your flex? And the point of it is not to say oh, obviously I want Justin Jefferson as my flex. No shit, Sherlock. Everyone would. It would have to be a flex worthy player, or RB2, who's in that RB2 range. You know what I mean? But okay, so you can't get McCaffrey though, Justin. Who else would you go for?
I don't know. It has to be something realistic. You're saying. I would feel safe.
Well, depending on what you're willing to give up, because you could probably get McCaffrey. It's just a matter of what you're willing to give up for him.
Yeah, I just want something safer. So a Kieran Williams would have been ideal for me. Something realistic to plug in there, because that would have just maybe not high end, but balanced it out. I'm not sold on Achane yet. I'm on the fence about Mostert and Robinson this week, but I still think that they both have roles. And Achane is just scoring. But I don't love running backs, I guess, anymore. Like I used to. There's only a handful.
Well, it's easy to not love them when you don't have any.
So you say that, but I've been producing, and now you're gonna make me talk about the record and points for.
See, he doesn't.
You can make him show the belt again.
Right. It's easy to not love a running back when he doesn't get you 45 points. But
that's also a good point, though.
Even if not, he was getting me. Again,
right, he was producing up until then. Yeah.
Don't get me going, but on my roster, he's the 6th fucking player I'm depending on for points. I got my quarterbacks, my 3 fucking receivers, my RB1, and then I'm depending on an RB2. That person just happens to be a top 10 back so far, so it's just working out well for me.
Right.
I'm not that Brian Robinson. I do like him, I do. So for the record, people think, oh, I don't start him. It's because his matchups have been rough. But wait until cold weather comes and they run the ball 35 fucking times a game. He's that guy right now. He's in my flex right now over fucking Debo, because I'm worried about Debo's health. I think he's for sure top 20 back.
I think there's no way Debo's not playing against Dallas in that game. But that's a Sunday night game as well, so. But all right, well, let's go to Craig then. Craig, what do you think your biggest need is, or that you can improve? Where you can improve, I guess.
Okay.
Where you'd like to improve is my.
It's definitely so
outside the tight end.
I agree with Justin. What hairline, dude?
I was gonna say what hairline.
We do, yeah. We got to make our own implant company, and then we'll really take off. But I don't know, running backs are a shit show this year. That's for sure. Obviously, I'd like to upgrade my flex, but Joe Mixon's been a huge disappointment. So,
so who would you what kind of player would you be wanting for that flex position? So you can't say Justin Jefferson.
Well, I wanted someone. I wanted Olave. I did actually send a trade out to Dan, which I don't think he's going to take. Just to kind of feel the water. It was just Achane for Puka Nua, because again, I feel like they're very similar. But Puka probably holds more consistent values to it. Yeah, so
he might have set that. He was I don't know. It wasn't for Puka.
We talked about Achane, but again, I would love to keep Achane for the upside that he's shown he can be elite in a short period, and I understand the worry about more players coming into the mix later on. But I think if he's better than all of them, even if Jeff Wilson and stuff come back, if he's playing at such a high level, I don't know why the coach is young. I think the coach is smart enough to keep him playing. I think he'll get a lot of opportunity. It's a high potent offense. Mostert has a chance to go down. So, I'm sorry, I'm just off talking Achan, but I feel like that would be a pretty, Puka's in the same situation where Cup's coming back. You don't really know what's going to happen.
Correct.
Target share is going to go down, but there is upside there that he's utilized. So that's what I would look for. That's what I would look for.
Would you be like, is your heart set on only Achan for Puka, or like if he said, I don't know if that's enough, like would you be willing to throw in something else? Like I know you're not going to throw like in like a Josh Jacobs or anything with it, like something like that, but I'm trying to
yeah, I mean, in any other situation, if it wasn't Dan who had it, I would be probably willing to, if I had to, toss in someone like Jordan Addison or Tank Dell or something. That's another like high.
One of your 5 or 6 rookies you have.
What Justin said, I'm not going to pick apart my starting lineup for that. So I would probably, I would offer a little bit extra. I wouldn't want to really at that point. I'd rather just keep someone like Achan for the upside. But in this situation with the game, I would add a sweetener.
Yeah, what if say like a Miles Sanders?
I thought about that.
You could offer him both. They're both starting running backs.
You guys hate Miles Sanders. It's not fair. He's amazing.
He's fucking trash.
He's great.
Yeah, he is. He's not waiver wire trash. He's trash.
You stop. He is better than that. He's produced a few games, and he's better with this with the fire crotch in the backfield, dude. Is it? No.
The fire crotch.
Isn't what's his face there? Can't think of his name.
Dalton, yeah.
Yeah, Dalton. So yeah, and he's a dump off master. You can't throw the ball downfield. He's 50 years old. So Sanders, you cannot say that Sanders does not get elite production. It's just like not great. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not high quality. Right. But if I take his carries and receiving right now, I put him top 5, top 3, top 5. Has to be.
Miles Sanders
overall
barely RB2. So
he's just we'll see how it plays out. And he's my depth. He's my depth if someone goes down. He's not my starter, so I'm not relying on him. So if it goes up,
that's why I said like, would you add him in with Achan for Puka to get Puka? Because that'd be a fire flex. Even with Cup coming back.
I think it's a tad too sweet, but I would probably, if it came down to the wire, I'd probably throw him in there.
Okay, and then would you do it like how you brought up earlier, like Addison or something, or if you wanted one of your rookies, would you for sure do it with Achan?
Yes, yeah. Unfortunately, I'll just, it sucks. It'll just.
I doubt you would want to do Addison though, because he already has 3 fucking Minnesota Vikings, so I doubt you would want a 4th.
If it wasn't Dan, yes.
Okay.
That's the type of player I'm talking about. So Tank Dell, not. Yeah. If you wanted him, if it pushed the trade over, I would do it.
Right, yeah, because I think Puga's gonna. He might not be balling like he is right now, but I think he's still going to be a wide receiver too, even with Cup coming back, because all the attention is going to be on Cup. So it's like, I think that would be a fire flex if you got him. Even though I hate saying that about your team, but
Tutu might even cut into his production. That might. I mean, I'm not saying huge. I'm not saying huge, but some. They're just gonna sit him the rest of the year. Like they might, because
you know why
they're gonna interchange, because Van Jefferson's always gonna go deep. So
you want to know why Van and Tutu will never cut into Puka and Cup's production? It's because they're black. Matthew Stafford loves his white boys, all right?
True.
That's facts.
That is, you cannot argue science and facts, because that is correct.
I've watched the show. You guys don't check sources, so that's facts.
That's facts.
We do not check sources. We have no. We're working on hiring a fact checker. If you want to do intros and fact checking,
right?
We will get you on payroll.
We will give you a 6-pack. Justin, would you if you were Dan and Craig offered you one of those trades, would you accept it?
Dan kind of needs running back right now, so it's interesting. And if you tossed in the extra piece, that's just more depth. So maybe, but
it's a hard one.
Depends on the situation. But yes, I think I would.
What about you, B-Man?
Sorry. Dan gets 2 options. I just think Puka is. He's good. He's great.
It depends on how desperate Dan is. If he's desperate for running backs, 100%. But if he's not, no.
Yeah. And I could also just never play him and hope Cup just goes down, and then I can plug him in.
There you go. Either one. All right, B-Man, what about you?
Wide receiver, 1 or 2.
1 or 2. All right, let's
just a wide receiver.
All right. Well, who realistically with your lineup right now do you think
Tyreek Hill? I want him. I wanted him.
Mm-hmm.
I still want him. He's mine.
Good luck.
Give me.
No, you're not, dude. I offered fucking the world for Tyreek, and he didn't accept it. Like,
right?
You're not getting. I offered Kyron. I offered James Conner. I offered Montgomery.
I'm gonna get him, dude. I'm gonna offer him Laporta, and I'll take Pitts.
Hey,
you know.
Come get Debo. Come get Debo.
Dude, I was.
So cheap.
Go get
Debo
that he just traded for. What would you give up for Debo?
Ooh, nothing.
Hand job
on Debo.
Yeah, I see. Brent got burned by Debo.
Yeah, I got burned by him. He's a little too injury prone.
Yeah,
I love Debo though, because of the way he plays football and how they use him, right? So like
fantasy wise though.
Yeah, right.
When he's healthy.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. Who can we get, Brent? Like, what about Puka? Are you interested in a Puka?
No, I got Cup.
No, that's
but
right.
You can stack them, bro.
You can stack them. Yeah, exactly.
They're both white, so you can stack them.
Everyone's stacking the white folk now.
Right.
What about like
our own Matthew Stafford on the show?
See, the problem is Mac's not going to trade anyone because he's balling. Mm-hmm. Like, I tried, Pittman was on his bench. Like, there's no way Pittman's getting in that lineup. And I just asked if he was interested in trading him, and he's like, nah. So I was like, yeah, okay.
He drafted a great team.
Right, yeah. He knows it.
Yeah. What about Craig and Ayuk?
Stay away from Ayuk. He's mine.
Yeah, I don't want him either.
Why are you talking about you take so much?
Hey, he's discount Debo, bro. He's gonna get balling once in a while.
He's gonna throw up don't like it. I just don't like it.
That's fair. Well, he's producing, so you can like it. You can like it all you want, but he's getting 150 yards every week.
How about I puke on a stick and eat it? That's what he is.
I would like to apologize. I ate on camera. I forgot. My bad.
Unbelievable. Now we have to record the whole thing.
Unbelievable. Edit that part out.
No, just remember everything you guys said, all right? And then we'll re-go.
Right.
Hold on. The same guy that we're hiring to fact check, do the intro, also has to go back and edit that one bite out.
There we go. I'm done.
Blur it out. Make it look like a dick.
Do you want Ayuk, Bren? Who do you want to give me for Ayuk?
Nobody. I don't want Ayuk.
Hey, I got another one for you. All right. Adam Thielen.
No, it's got to be Tyreek or nobody.
But Adam Thielen's a top 10 wide receiver.
Or
Amon-Ra.
He's like 11. Good luck. Who would you offer for either of them?
My whole team. You can have every POS on there.
0-4. That's gotta be rough. You know it is.
That's rough.
Did you miss play this year?
No. That's me, Nate, and P-Funk.
Oh, okay. So he's not that bad in the hole, but yeah, 0-4 is scary. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's well, I'm sorry to hear that, B-Man.
Someone give this man Tyreek Hill.
I just fleeced a dude in a trade, so it's gonna turn around.
Yeah, you have Tyreek Hill at home. It's Christian Watson. Okay.
That's hilarious.
Oh man. All right. Well, I guess it's my turn to do it. I would say right now, especially with the trade of Olave, I could upgrade my flex since tight end's out of this equation. I was planning on going tight end, but gotta change that up. So I guess I could possibly upgrade my flex, but I mean, I'm honestly okay with it. With my 3 running backs, I can just plug one of them in the flex, and like I said, if T. Higgins that offense ever comes back to life, I think T. Higgins would be a fucking baller flex there. So I'm not sure who I mean, I could maybe try and trade like Funk for Ridley or Wilson, maybe with the hopes that but with Wilson, I'd be hoping that they put someone else other than Zach Wilson in at quarterback. Bren, what about Terry McLaurin?
Real quick, Josh, what if Matt Ryan came back and played for the Jets? Would that make you happy?
Well, I mean, I don't have any Jets, so I wouldn't care. But if I were to get Garrett Wilson, probably. I mean, Michael Pittman did fine. I mean, it'd be all short targets. He'd have an Alvin Kamara type day, 13 catches for 30 yards. So, and I mean, for a flex, I wouldn't be mad at that. But I don't know if I'd be willing to trade because I would have to kind of go for a 1-for-1, one of my RBs for someone, or like an RB and one of my bench players, like either Rashad White or Zay Flowers or something. But otherwise, yeah, I don't think there's anything too realistic I could get for my flex to upgrade it with what I'm willing to give up.
And to your question, Josh, Scary Terry?
Yes.
Absolutely. I would take him. Probably would offer some, like maybe DeAndre Swift for him.
That's not a bad trade.
Wow.
I would offer that to him. He won't accept that.
It's just,
I wouldn't do that, Brandon.
Yeah, like I wouldn't do it, but like that's like how I would get him, right? Like I would have to offer DeAndre.
Gotcha. Okay, if you were to go for him,
yeah,
that's what you would offer. I mean, yeah, I think that would get it done.
I think honestly. It would get it done. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would. That'd be awesome. Craig, who you want for Ayuk?
On your team?
Nobody, because your whole team's trash.
No, I'll take David Montgomery. I'll take David Montgomery.
That wouldn't be too bad of a trade.
Take that, Josh. That's not bad at all.
That's not a bad trade at all. I'll have to consider that.
This guy don't like Ayuk, but you know.
Who, me?
No.
Oh, Justin. Okay. Oh, I did not. I just thought I didn't like Ayuk.
I'll package Ayuk and Miles Sanders for Patrick Mahomes. Two of your favorite players.
Are you talking to that person over there? Because you go to me.
Dude, Mahomes is the eighth quarterback in fantasy right now. He sucks, man.
I'm not worried about such thing. He's a winner.
He's a winner.
He's a wiener. Wiener. All right. Well, now that we're done with that, you guys ready to get into these picks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I know. Craig, did Dan ever send you his picks?
No one sent me picks. It's okay.
Yeah, of course they didn't because they're bitches.
He's a pot stirrer. He's just stirring the pot. That's what he does.
All right. Hold on. I gotta also bring something up here. You know how Dan was bitching about, you didn't say what you are the last 2 weeks, blah, blah. That's because we've been awful. All right. Week 3, I was 1-4. Craig, you were 2-3, and Bren, you were 2-3. Last week, so after week 4, Bren, you were 1-4. Craig, you were 2-3 again. No more. I would try.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
Well, it is. It is.
Lose your credibility fast. You better get your picks together.
Hey, whatever. I've been over 500 every year, so fuck off. All right. I've been the best one on here when it comes to these picks, so get out of here.
I choose with my heart and with like what my gut says at the time. It's like if I were totally choosing just to do the best record possible, I would reconsider how I pick every time.
I choose based on my dick,
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like if my dick's leaning left or right, that's what I'm going with.
I literally think I'm right every time, and I'm just wrong. So
your penis
sucks.
Yeah, that just sucks.
So I'm just bad.
So anyways, there you go, Dan. If you don't listen to this, well, that's your own fault. So on the season, I'm 8-12, and you two are 7-13. We're all within one, right there. So, all right. With that being said, let's go me versus Dan. Of course, I'm going me. Craig, who you going with?
Well, after that trade, I think so. Dan's been scoring a lot of points, but this Taylor situation is gonna throw a monkey wrench in things. So I'm gonna give it to you, Josh.
Let's go. Let's go, my man. B-Man, who you going?
I was also leaning towards you because of the trade. The one thing that's got me curious is he's got Jonathan Taylor in there. Is he coming back? Is he gonna play?
We're not gonna know.
We don't know. But the best part is he's playing Tennessee's defense, who's a stout run defense. Stout, baby. So Jonathan Taylor's not going to do shit.
All right, you sold me, Joshy boys. Yeah, it all, dude.
And now that I said that,
and Kamara.
Now that I say that, Jonathan Taylor's going to go off for like 50 points on me.
Just ball out. Make
I've had
feel stupid for not paying.
3 players go for 35 or more against me the last couple weeks, so that's great. Justin, who are you going with this, buddy?
I don't like doing it, but I'm probably gonna go that French smiling, smoking motherfucker that is Dan. I'm just going down it like line for line, like you just said. Stout run defense from Tennessee. Most of Anthony Richardson's projections and production, both of them, come from the run game. So I'm questioning that. But I can see the Minnesota Chiefs game being high scoring, and Jefferson's a fucking freak. So he's got to get 20 minimum. If he scores, he might get closer to 30. Puka is going to match Olave, if not be better than him. Whoa. The flex is pretty even. That motherfucker's on a little roll right now.
He's scoring so many points.
He's scoring so many points from that motherfucker.
That's why he's due for a bad game, He's too high. The fantasy guys are just going to knock him down.
I do like your running backs over his, but I like his receivers better than yours, even with Puka coming in. I just think Dan, unfortunately.
Okay, it's the beer talking. I know. It's okay.
Yeah.
Beer, he just fucking beat me last week, that cock-sucking.
Your bad game wasn't even that bad. I was going to say. You still put up.
A little bit.
Justin, as our esteemed colleague Shane once said, you should take responsibility, sir. Okay? It's not about what the other team does. It's about what you do. Okay?
Right. My defense is still strong, though. I couldn't perform.
Sounds like, they make pills for that, right?
Yes.
All right. Next matchup. Let's go Funk versus Barber. Justin, we'll let you lead off with this one.
Ooh. The lead off century. Oh my god. Listen. Before I say anything, fuck P Funk. Okay. His team is cold trash, not even hot trash.
Cold trash.
The Jacksonville team is he's stacking like the wannabe Chiefs. They're like a third-tier Chiefs offense. The Chiefs offense is pretty barely above average this year. So look what he's doing. I mean, he's hanging on. Ridley isn't the same as we thought he was going to be. There's too much going on there. Barber's due. Barber's got a way top-heavier team with that fucking deadly wide receiver combo and then Josh Allen. Let's not forget what he can fucking do.
And let's not forget, Breece Hall is no longer on a snap count, and he's facing that horrible Denver defense.
Oof, yeah, defense.
Yeah, no bueno.
Craig, who you got?
I think Justin said it perfectly. I like how Jacksonville is definitely like the meme you said earlier. No, we have the Kansas City Chiefs at home, and that's Jacksonville. I pick Barber as well.
All right, B-Man, who you going?
I'm also gonna go Barber.
Clean sweeper.
This is a clean sweep here.
We need to bring our wins up. You know, we gotta pick the obvious here.
Well,
hey, where's Ike sleeping at this year? Why isn't Ike picking? What happened?
That was too much work.
Did he get too expensive? You guys couldn't afford him?
Yeah, he got too expensive. He wanted too many treats and he started shitting everywhere.
Gabriella came in. Gabriella came in. Ike said, eh.
Yeah, I should have had her do the picks. Whatever person she spit up on, that's who she picked, you know?
That's a good one. You should definitely do that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a tough one, but I think the receivers is where Barber pulls away with Chase, and McLaurin's been doing a lot better, and McLaurin faces that awful Chicago defense. And then Tyreek Hill is facing that, I don't even know what to call that New York Giants team right now. I'm ashamed to have one of those players. I don't know. I'm ashamed to have one of those players on my team.
Same.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Barber. That's a clean sweep, which is funny because we said we need to get our wins up, but for my matchup, all three of us picked me, and then we all picked Barber. So right now, there's a chance we could still not.
We can all go 0-5 this week.
Yeah. All right, let's go Shane versus Nate here. Shane versus Nate. B-Man, we'll let you go first on this one.
Shane versus Nate. Let's see here. Oh boy. Bunch of bads. They're both bad. I don't like either of their squads.
This is lukewarm trash versus lukewarm trash.
That's exactly correct.
That's terrible.
Coming from a 1-3 team.
Right, the two worst teams in the fucking league. Just people raging.
I'm the host, alright?
That's true.
I am always on a pedestal. Starting 2 Kansas City Chiefs. One of them being Pacheco. And then he's going to start the Detroit defense versus Carolina. I like it.
I like that start, yeah.
You know, Nate, don't you fuck me again, bro. I know you're one of the fuckers who fucked me in this thing. I'm picking you.
Ooh.
All right, Craig, who you going?
Go Nate, obviously. I think Justin made a very good point with, again, the stacking that he calls with that trade. Godare should be on the waiver wire, unfortunately. If Herbert's actually in his lineup, because I guess he does have bye week, so Herbert's in his lineup, that Chicago's Bears offense is trash. That B team looks rough. Or we'll call it the C team. His C team looks rough.
Agreed. Justin, what about you?
Before I go any further, I just want to note that next week I want you guys to remind me what I went this week in my picks.
We will. We will.
If you send them,
I'm really proud to say that I'm going with Nate. So every time I look at Nate's team, I'm like, God, that's a good team. I'm shocked that he's fucking 1-3. Like he's just, I don't know what's going on over there, but
he's 1-3 because Derrick Henry was getting him 2 points a game.
Aaron Rodgers game 1. Aaron Rodgers game 1.
Right, he had Aaron Rodgers game 1. And then he also had Ramondre, who hasn't been doing good.
When Goten and Trunks went up to that cloud area and trained to transform, it took him a while to get there. They fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, you saw him this week. Like you said, he low-key got a 176. How frequently do we get 170-point scores in the league? Not very often. It's happening all the fucking time. But his team just did that. Shane's team's on a bye week. But Nate, if you're listening, I want to see you put Nico Collins in. I don't care about the matchup.
He had him in last week.
He's not in right now. So
that's
just
fair.
something to consider. That's what I'd recommend. But yeah, I'm going Nate.
Over the DJ Moore hot hand? Really?
Actually,
over Hollywood Brown?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hollywood, he's playing Cincy, and that defense has been garbage as well. So
look at what Nico's doing though.
Yeah,
Nico's balling.
Yeah.
Who are they facing? Who are they facing?
I don't care.
Atlanta.
But you gotta
see. They're facing Atlanta, dude. Atlanta just shut down Calvin Ridley. So who do you think they're gonna have AJ Terrell on?
Nico Collins right now this year. Like Nico Collins is like number 7 receiver or something like that. He's top 10. He's the red zone target. And Stroud's coming on, bro. Like he's Stroud's guy.
Is.
So
I'm just saying I see where Nate's coming from with not starting.
So you think Marquise Brown's that guy with Josh Dobbs? Like no.
He has been. Look at his stats, bro.
Yeah, they're not as good as Nico Collins. I know. I've seen them.
Yeah, Dobbs is looking good, but
dude, Dobbs just put up 20 points on the San Fran defense. Like
Houston is just on another level. So
yeah, no, if he wants a bigger ceiling, he's got to put in
Collins.
Because
I agree with that. Yeah,
unless Brown gets super lucky and falls in the end zone 2 times, he's only going to get you 15 points. So
right. Well, and all I was saying was I understand where he's coming from with not playing Collins. For sure. Like, but could it be a move that haunts him? Yeah, whatever. Well, I am also going.
Right.
I am also going Nate. So that's a clean sweep for Nate. So once again, Triple B Boy Podcast, we got a chance to go over.
Yeah,
still.
We're so fucked, boys.
We're either going. We might as well we just might as well lock it in now that we're all picking the same person. We either go 0-5
or
5-0. Let's rock it. Let's just tie our dicks together and be humble. All right. Our esteemed guest over here versus Mac.
Oh my
God.
Oh.
Is this the game of the week? Give me some special fucking Monday night intro. It's number 1 versus number 2.
No, you get Thursday night. You get Thursday night intro. Our next match is the game of the week because it's between 2 pod hosts. Okay.
Wow. That's disrespectful, Justin. I apologize for. I apologize on behalf of the whole podcast.
I was going to be on a week ago, and you're saying that a number 1 versus number 2 matchup is going to be secondary to a fucking sub 500 matchup.
Watch your fucking mouth, goddammit! I will fucking drive across the state to kick your ass.
You know what this matchup between Nate and Brent and Craig is? It's that Monday night matchup on fucking week 13 where it's 2 teams that are 3-10 and.
Wait, this is at least Monday night. This is at least Monday night Baltimore Ravens versus wow, I had a team on the tip of my tongue. A really bad team.
Yeah, that's why I said a team that's 2-10, which is Bren, versus a team that's 5-8. That would be you.
Thank you for reiterating.
Anyway, so
you're welcome.
I'm obviously picking myself. So
yes. Game of the week.
Feeling good. I was due for a humbling experience, and I knew I put up a fucking league record. So just so you guys know, when I go to the bar,
off about that. God damn.
Mute his mic.
And they say, "Hey, what's your name?" I said, "Bitch, I'm a champ." So if you go into our league record book, which is a huge league full of all kinds of milestones and achievements, and fucking stats, who has the number 1 highest ever scoring performance? Damn. That's what I tell them every time. That's why I'm still single. But you guys appreciate that shit.
God, I hate looking at that thing. It turns me on so much.
She's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. I have not been upset once seeing her on your shoulder this whole night.
Correct.
Max on a bye week hell. I've got a fairly good fucking matchup. That's why I'm once again projected the highest points in the league. I'm feeling just fine. Mostert's gonna be okay. My team's top heavy, and again, Max on a bye. I'll win.
Chicago Bears. I just remembered. You're the Chicago Bears, Brent.
Fucking don't you ever. No. I'll be Arizona. I'll be Houston. Don't you fucking give me the goddamn Bears and Justin Fields that.
All right,
Hey,
we'll talk.
The Bears almost won, Brian. Okay, they almost won.
Can we comment on how much Justin Fields' cock that Josh had in his mouth this offseason?
Thank you.
And he's literally waiver wire worthy.
Yeah,
he should be.
Exactly.
Dog, what are you talking about?
His potential.
What are you talking about? Yeah, his potential is higher than most. Hey, but you know what? You know who else's cock I had in my mouth? Anthony Richardson, who's a baller. So shut up.
That's
right?
fine. You can have him. I'll allow it.
You haven't even got to use him yet. Like fucking. Let me. See.
I used him last week. He outscored Lamar Jackson. Get out of here.
And you lost.
You're 1-3.
I did lose. What does that have to do with player performance? You're sitting there dogging my player.
You're not using him, yeah. Like.
I could use him. He was out with the concussion. What? They can't put an out player in.
Exactly. He's not even available. Does Patty Mahomes get concussions?
Nope.
No.
It's too smart.
Yeah, no. They fucking still put him in.
No, that's because fucking you got people like DJ Reed who have him lined up in his sights, and then he's like, whoop, goes right by him. Like, you could have lit up Patrick Mahomes, and you just didn't do shit. Like, congrats. That's why you lost.
Whoever lights up Boy Wonder is getting sent out of the league. By like,
I was gonna say you might. Yeah, they might kill you for that.
They might do.
Yeah, that's fair. But still,
I go Justin for the same reasons. Bye week. I mean, it's full squad versus. I mean, unfortunately, this is not. I do think this is the matchup of giants, but one of them is missing their weapon. So, you guys will meet again. Yeah, you guys will meet again at full strength, and that'll be fun. As of right now, I give it to Justin.
Yeah, well, I was gonna go Justin, but after all that, I'm now going Mac and hoping that Justin loses the Mac C team and fucking just loses all self-esteem. All right, big man, who you going?
Not gonna happen. I'm the champ, motherfucker.
That's true. That's fair.
He sucks me off. Remember that. Right here.
Yeah, just remember who she sucked off first and second. Me, then Craig, and then you.
Oh yeah, exactly. She had tons more experience now. Okay.
Yeah, she's probably like probably a hot dog in a hallway by now.
I was sucking her off. You know.
The strap-on shit didn't start with Kelsey, that's for sure.
No. That's been building. Yeah.
All right, B-Man, who you picking? We got sidetracked a little bit. Who you picking?
I'm gonna go.
What's this gonna bring? Come on,
Mac.
Let's go.
Why? What?
Let's go. This is the dumpster game of the week.
Ooh.
So every time you don't pick me, you sack of shit. I get confused. You picked me preseason number 1. I was thinking, oh my god, Brent's forgiven me. He's seeing me in a different light. And every week you fucking do this. And now I'm on the pod. Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Fuck you. You son of a bitch. Fuck you.
All right, let's wrap this up with the last matchup of Craig versus Brent, the game of the week here.
Just realized.
Let me go first, please. Let me go first, please.
All right.
It doesn't with fucking shmen. That's a hint. I'm picking Craig. Craig's having a hot year. He's the second best team behind yours truly.
Ooh.
He had a really good fucking draft. He stacked an awesome stack in a position that's super valuable. No one's got tight end. And
what, Justin? You're cutting out what?
What?
No, you're fine. You're not cutting out. I heard everything, and it was correct. So keep going. He's fucking with you. Yeah, keep going.
Man, Brent's 0-4. Like, Jalen Hurts is not a third-round worthy pick right now. He's pissing me off as an A.J. Brown owner. But he's got running back issues. Yes, he just solved them. I like that trade. But Brent's team is scary, and not in a good way. Like scary, like you go to someone's house for Halloween, and they give you a water. That's Brent. Happy acting.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, here's an apple.
There's 2 attractive bald men in our league.
True.
Superior.
Oof. Sorry, Brian. I didn't mean to go in for that title. We are handsome men, you know. We are
The handsomest,
Very
really.
handsome men.
The handsomest, really.
I'm assuming you two are going yourselves, obviously.
Yeah.
Or does Bren want to switch it up and go Craig, or Craig want to switch it up and go Bren?
Nah.
Okay. Good. Yeah, you don't have to do that.
I'm taking this one pretty easily.
Bren, who should I play in my flex? Just curious.
Ooh.
Think about it.
I think you've got the right guy, right?
I do. So I do currently.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, other than him,
Can't wait for HN to slip on a banana peel and pull his hammy.
It would be Addison, right? Like other than him.
Sure, Addison or Dell. Dell could have a day if Nico Collins gets covered. Yeah, probably not. If he, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
It doesn't matter if he's covered. He's Nico Collins.
He's a top 8 receiver, you fuck.
Yeah,
he's good. He is good.
Yeah,
Stroud, baby, Stroud.
All right, I'm going Bren because fuck Craig. That's why.
That's the consistent answer.
And that's how you make your picks. Okay?
That's how you make your
Not
picks.
off of stats and facts.
Nah, it's off a straight heart, and that's what me and Bren have. All right,
miles and
we have
miles of
heart.
heart.
Dude, your heart pumps urine, not blood. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and I pissed excellent, so shut up. All right, excellent. Awfulness.
Bro, I couldn't hear you because of my fucking passive defense magic +5. Get the fuck out of here.
Damn it.
Such a son of a bitch.
It's so good.
What?
So
Are you
good.
trying to talk to me because I couldn't even no.
I can't wait for him to have a Shane season. Just it's epic, best record, most points, and then just to be out in the first round he plays.
Ooh.
And then he'll be like, I can't give up the belt. No more +5 defense. That's what it's gonna be.
You better hope so. Because if I do all that and win the league, you're never gonna hear the end of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a baby and she'll have a twin.
Well, the good news is if you win again this year, you'll have as many belts as I have. So that's good. My name will be on there just as many times as yours still. So
it's all right. My semen will be in hers and yours won't.
No, it's still in there. Trust me.
No.
You just haven't taken the nameplate off properly. You haven't undressed her properly. All right.
This poor trophy, dude.
I was gonna say, Jesus Christ.
She's treated like one, that's for sure.
Poor trophy.
All right, boys. I got to get going. So
you're gonna take that disc and hop off like that? Okay.
I have to. I got a baby to go. To go to.
Fair.
The baby's a call.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun,
right, boys. Yes, it was great. Justin, thank you for coming on. You were great.
Thank you, Justin.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, that was great.
Love you guys.
Love you too,
buddy.
Next time, you should come on shirtless. All right, for sure.
You want chest hair or nip? You decide.
Both. All. We want all.
Hey, real quick though. Shout out to your friend Michaela. We forgot.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Make sure you give a like and a subscription, you fucking cheap fuck. You can't press the like button.
Yeah.
It's free.
You know who you are.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Wait, were you calling her a cheap fuck? That's not a great shout out.
Well, listen, if she's in that group that isn't liking and subscribing, she knows the answer.
Okay. I'm pretty sure she is. But,
good.
So yeah, that's the sad you who don't listen. That my sister-in-law listens every week. Loyal listener.
We have supporters. That's nice.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Oh jeez.
All right, boys. I'll talk to you later.
Have a good night, gentlemen.
See ya.